Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Connie. Please don't forget to subscribe. I have the iconic Range Rover this week, and this is all new for 2023 as this is the plug-in hybrid. This gets an extra long range of about 80 kilometers in pure electric range, but I will say I have not gotten it up to that just plugging it at home overnight, but it does have DC fast charging. Although I will say, I don't know if I would go to a DC fast charger if I owned a PHEV. So there is that. However, getting about 30 kilometers a day in electric range is enough to keep me from using hardly any gas during the week, which is fantastic. Gorgeous, iconic, classic. It is beautiful. I will say I wish these door handles popped out automatically when I walked up to it with the key fob on me. I was in a first edition in LA recently that had that option. We have the classic clamshell rear power tailgate back here. I think it's pretty cool. It lets you have a place to sit if you want to tailgate, and then we have a ton of space back here, and we have a power privacy shade back here. We also have buttons that let us lift and lower the vehicle height. This has air suspension, and the reason that is so that you can have whatever load height you want for loading cargo in back here. Yeah, it's pretty tall. If you can see how far up off the ground I am, it is pretty tall. And so yeah, this clamshell gives you a place to sit. It also gives you some flexibility with loading and unloading cargo. The rear seats are also power folding from back here. Let's go hop in the back seat. We have a ton of luxury back here in the Range Rover, but first I want to talk about this red garnet interior. It is a gorgeous deep red. It looks brown in some lights, but I adore it. Red interiors are one of my favorites, but this is not a garish red. It's not a bright red, but they carried it through everywhere. This headliner is red. The seats, the back of the seats, you don't get any black plastic on the back of the seats here. It's just everywhere. You'll see it on the front as well, all over the dash. It's really quite beautiful, and it is an option, of course. A lot of things on this Range Rover are additional options, and that is just what you would expect with a Range Rover. But we have a ton going on back here. We've got power reclining seats for your rear passengers. It doesn't recline a lot, but it reclines. And then we have power window, of course, and we can adjust, we can lift and lower both rear windows with this little handy button. We have light buttons. I'll show you the light in a second. And then I can close the window shade from back here, and I can even turn off the rear speakers from back here. Up here, we have a touch sensitive light, but these two little lights can also be controlled on the buttons I just showed you. And then we have a tiny little hook, which is kind of cute, and a leather grab handle. Leather grab handle. Talk about luxurious. And then we have another little hook here. Again, as I mentioned, I don't see this very often, but again, this is a super luxury SUV. We have fully leather back and then these cool kind of different, again, leather covered back pockets. And of course, you expect to have Warzone climate control in this, and you do. And then we also have heated and ventilated rear seats for your rear passengers. And then, of course, we have two USB-C chargers, a 12-volt and a household plug back here with lots of amenities for your rear passengers. All right, we also have a center console here with cup holders and a little storage cubby. It's not very big, but you could probably fit a couple smartphones in there, and that's really kind of a unique cup holder. No level of luxury is too much for this Range Rover. This comes with soft closed doors, and I'll show you what that means. So you don't really have to slam the door. It's going to close automatically for you. Just like that again. I'll show it to you from the outside too. Let's go have a look. All right. Did you see that? Let's do that again. is soft closed doors. Okay, look at this crazy camera. Can zoom all around the car. I do find it strange that it has all the surroundings correct, but the car itself is not this actual car. It should be white, and it's not. Although I do wish I had this gold one. I like the gold. Okay, as I mentioned, of course, these gorgeous red leather seats come into the front as well, and they are super comfortable. They are 24-way power seats, and not only does it have thigh extenders, but it's not just like pushing out the thigh area like it usually does in luxury cars. It actually changes the whole feeling of the seat. It makes the seat feel smaller for me when I pull that in, and I'll show you. It's actually both here. Power seats can be adjusted here, but they can also be adjusted on, let's see if I can remember, here. And so you just touch the area that you want to move, and then you use these buttons here. So you can do all of these things. Watch my headrest. You can do all of these things from this touch screen, but you can also do them here on the side door. It is pretty crazy. Not only can you adjust the settings, you can adjust the seat heat here as well. So you can see my passenger has her seat ventilation on, and I have my seat heat on. You can adjust the power, and you can adjust whether it's on the seat and on the back or both. It also has massaging seats, and then of course our adjustments. As you can see, this screen is so clear. It is so high resolution. We have wireless Apple CarPlay. We have a ton of settings in here, navigation, and it's really quite in-depth, this system, and it would take a little bit to get used to and learn everything. We have our park assist, which I just showed you. It will help you find a parking spot. It will maneuver you into a parking spot, both parallel and regular spots. We have climate control dual. Actually, it's 4-zone climate control. I already showed you in the back. The other way you can adjust the seat is right from here. It will take you right to that spot. I totally forgot about that. If you press that, it'll take you right here. And then, of course, we have heated and ventilated seats up here as well. And I love the way you do that. You just press the button again. The gear shift knob is nice. It's very classy, but I love the ruggedness of the Defender even better. We have a wireless charging port here, USB-C, and then our drive modes pop right up, and we have a ton of drive modes. We have dynamic, eco, we have snow, grass. No, I do not need tow launch. Mud ruts, sand, rock crawling, and wading or water fording. Oh, and it automatically is changing the suspension for me right now. It is lifting this car up. Back to the beautiful red leather. You see it all over the steering wheel, behind the steering wheel, all over the dash. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's not overkill to me at all. Heated steering wheel button. Yes, we have gloss black here, but it's okay. We have our adaptive cruise settings, our music settings, our voice commands, our volume, and then you can completely customize this entire digital gauge cluster here using the touch haptic buttons on that gloss black there. You can totally customize this. As you can see, I am low on battery. We've been out for quite a while. I've got half a tank of gas. This has up to 80 kilometers in pure electric range, which is about 45 miles, I believe, something like that. And so we've got nice graphics on here telling me everything I need to know. When I plug it in, it tells me how long it's going to take to get 100% charge. And then, of course, we have paddle shifters here and standard stocks for normal functions as usual. Oh, and I forgot to mention our wood grain. This is an option. It's beautiful, but we've got 2 cup holders in here. But wait, we have a secret compartment. This is where I'm keeping my cash. I've got all my money, honey, in here. And then in there, we also have a USB and a USB-C charger as well as a huge, huge center console. When I had the Range Rover First Edition in LA, this was a cooler box, and it was really cool. But lots and lots of space in there, and of course a really comfortable, soft cover, and extra armrests if you really feel it necessary that the center console is not enough of an armrest. All right, so this PHEV is a 3-liter turbo inline 6-cylinder, and the electric motor, of course, getting 434 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. One thing I do like with PHEVs, well, I love PHEVs, you guys know this already, is also with this one is also you can have it in EV mode, hybrid mode, or save mode. So if you want to save the battery for city driving and use the gas motor on the highway, you can do that. Of course, it has a lot of power. It feels great to drive. It's super comfortable. Again, I mean, you're paying for luxury and comfort and a smooth ride. And of course, when it's in EV mode, it is absolutely silent, and it is, of course, luxurious to drive. All right, you can get the Range Rover in a 6-cylinder, in an 8-cylinder. You can get it in a long wheelbase with a 3rd row, seating 7. But this PHEV is only on the SE, which is like the base model. So this one starts at about 105,000 US dollars and about 128,000 Canadian dollars. This has a ton of options, including a spare tire and in a premium interior. It's got the $2,000 3D Meridian sound system on it, which is amazing. And a bunch of other things like a heated windshield and the pixel LED headlights. So it's got a ton of options on it. Even the wheels, these 22-inch wheels, are like a $2,000 option. So this one is about 153, just shy of 154,000 Canadian dollars, and just shy of 123,000 US dollars. Premium, luxury, tons of features, tons of technology, and of course the status that comes along with Range Rovers. What do you think? Is this on your dream car list? Leave me a question or a comment, and we'll see you next time.